Hey guys, I'm Akhilesh and welcome to Sync with Azure channel. This is part 3 of Azure tutorials for beginners. In this video, we will understand what are Azure resources, Azure resource groups and storage accounts. First, let us understand what are Azure resources. Think of resource in Azure as individual piece or instance of services you use. Just like have you might have different appliances or gadgets in your home for various tasks. Each Azure resources serves as a specific purpose such as storing data, running applications or managing networks like virtual machines, app services, storage accounts, SQL database, function app, etc. All these are Azure services. So every time you create an instance of service, you are creating an Azure resource. Azure offers a huge variety of services. You can see the complete list of services by navigating to this URL. I will be providing this URL in the description box below. Now, when I navigate to the Azure portal, you can see the resources which are provided by Microsoft Azure. Now, we will speak about Azure Resource Group. It's a logical container for grouping related Azure resources. A resource group is a group of Azure resources like virtual machines, app services, storage accounts, and SQL database, etc. Now we will speak about the storage account. Storage account is a fundamental resource that provides a scalable and secure way to store data. It serves as a container for various types of storage services, each of which is designed to handle different kinds of data and workloads. We will see how to create an Azure Resource Group, Azure Resource, and Storage account in a bit. Till now, we have learnt about Azure Resource, Azure Resource Group, and Storage account. Now, we will see the account and subscription model where the blue color represents the account of Azure and the dev, staging and productions represents the subscription. For each subscription, the outlined border represents the Azure resource groups and these are the resources which are connected with the resource group in the container. The same for staging subscription, we have a resource group and resource group has the resource. Same as for the production has the subscription. For production subscription we have a resource group and for the resource group we have the resources to it. Now we will talk about the naming conventions of resource group and the storage account. Suppose I have an application name with sync with Azure. For development we will write our we will create the Azure resource group as RG. Sync with Azure is my application name and development is the environment. Like I have for staging environment, RG sync with Azure is the application name and the staging is my environment. Same for pre-production and production. And for storage account, we will write as ST application name as sync with Azure and the data. You can also give a different name for the data as well. Now we will create the resource group and the storage account. To create, go to the Azure portal and you can go to storage, navigate from here, click on storage. You can create the storage account from here or you can search the storage account like when you type here you will get a storage account. When you click on storage account, you click on create. Now it will try to create a storage account for us. Now it asks for few details. The subscription, if you remember, we are talking about the subscription here. These are the subscription. The same for now I have the free subscription. Now I will give the resource group. So if you see, I don't have any resource group for it. For each resource which I am creating, it needs a resource group. So storage account is also an resource which will be linked to the resource group. So to create the storage account, first of all, we need to create the resource group. To create the resource group, we can create the resource group from here, or you can just type resource group from here as well. Once you click on resource group, I'll click on create. It opens the create window where it asks for subscription. For now, I am using a trial account, so I have a free trial subscription to me. So you can give any name. So we have discussed the name we need to give. So what I will give is RG hyphen sync with Azure hyphen the environment. This is the development environment. I will give the development. Now I'll just click on review and create. We will speak about the tags in the next session. Now, if you see, it asks me to click on create. Once you create, it validates the details and creates the Azure resource group. And one more thing, here when I click on overview, now you can create a resource from create a resource, or you can also create a resource from the storage account. This is also a storage account is also a resource. When you click on resource, it will navigate to storage account, or I will create it from here. Create a resource. Now I will type storage account. Now I'll click on create. See, now the resource group has been auto linked to it. So this is the resource group which we have created. Now, if you remember, we have created our resource group in this region, East US. That is not mandatory that resource should also be residing in the region where resource group is created. We can create a resource anywhere in spite of the resource group region. Now, I'll show you by creating an India. Now, I'll use the standard and click on review create. Sorry, we missed to give the storage account name. Now I'll give the storage account name st and my app name. Now the data. It will look for the storage account, and now you just click on review and create. It will validate and then creates the storage account. If you see the notification, here the resource group is created. Now I'll just click on create. Now it is that storage account is created successfully. When I navigate to the notification, the storage account is deployed to the resource group successfully. Now I will navigate to the resource group. There I'll find the storage account as a resource which I have created. This is how we create the resource group and the resource. Azure resource groups are very important. They offer several benefits. We will discuss the benefits in detail in another video. That is it in this video. I am Akhilesh. Thank you for listening.